Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So yes, I am finally back and I really wanted to upload a video this Sunday, but my mood was like, I don't know, it was not just my mood but the whole day kind of felt ruined. And like the energy was just not at all stable at all. Like I don't know if you guys are also feeling some sort of thing, if it's like something happening on the conscious level, or is it like something in the air, or like something energy wise or consciously or something, or is it maybe particular group of people, maybe psychics and all. But definitely there was some sort of disturbance, there was some sort of activities that was going on, and I was in no mood to film. And I was like, I just couldn't do it. Like when the energy is not right and everything, I just like if I can't put my 100% effort in at least a thing which I'm so passionate about, which is tarot and doing divination tool, what else I'm gonna put my effort into? Like this is something which I'm like really passionate about, and I do want to do it. But if I am not able to put my 100% effort into this thing, then where am I gonna put my effort to? So definitely I was not in the right mood to go for a reading, shoot it and all. So I didn't did it on the Sunday, but now I am feeling better, and much better than how I was feeling some days back. But yeah, so oh my god, I literally chatted a lot today. So in this reading we are going to talk about why are you so attracted to this person. And this person can be anyone in your mind. It can be a romantic interest, it can be just a stranger that you want to talk to, or it can be anyone, like literally anyone. And if there is some sort of message that comes out and you feel like nah, it can never be like that, maybe you are watching it for someone who is a elderly person to you, maybe a teacher or something, and then romantic stuff comes in, then just avoid those messages. Just filter out what is for you and just discard what is not for you. Like leave it for the rest of the people there. So yeah, definitely you can watch it for anyone in your brain, and you can say like see like what it is in them, or what it is in you, or what it is in fate, that you are like so attracted to this person. So yeah, for that we have two piles to choose from. Choose your piles and I'll see you in your reading. Hello and welcome to your reading pile number one. So for you guys, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Chariot, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups at the back of the deck. But the Magician was also sneaking out from the back of the deck, so we did kept it at also. Okay, my English is not Englishing again. Okay, and I don't know, guys. For some reason, I was also feeling a lot of British action, like few times ago. Few times. Oh gosh. I mean, I was studying right now, not right now, but like an hour ago or something. And I, for some reason, like I was studying, and I am Indian, I am not British, and I was like doing the studying thing in British accent, so that might be significant for someone. And I was like, you know what? Like, if you are Indian, it is very hard for us Indians to do the British accent. Like we can do American accent English, but it's like really hard for us to do the British accent. And I also know that like Britishers find it also very difficult to do Indian accent. Like for example, if we say guy or gaya, which is cow, they can't say gaya, they are like gaya or something. Like it's like I see Britishers having difficulty doing Indian accent, and I see Indians having difficulty doing British accent. So that was coming in first of all in your reading. I didn't knew that it is gonna come in your reading, but I was like, I was just studying like my normal things, and I was like studying in an accent, and I was like finding it very funny. Like, okay, first of all, I can't do this accent at all. Like it's like when I do it, it kind of sounds funny to me. I'm like, oh wow, nice try, but you didn't did it, kind of a thing. And then also I was like studying, and I was doing it in accent, so kind of making it a little something for me. So yeah, without talking much, which I already did, let's jump right into the reading. So we are seeing, why are you so attracted to this person? Okay, I just saw someone with like reddish kind of hair. So there might be someone who have like red or brownish, like reddish brownish kind of shade of hair, which is who is watching me. You might be from Britain, maybe. That's why, or may not be. Anyways, let's jump into the reading. So, for you guys, why you are so attracted to this person? Okay, first of all, you guys have like completely opposite personalities. Like, if you are the Queen of Cups, they are the King of Swords. If you are someone who wears their heart on sleeves, they are someone who are like cold-hearted kind of. If you are someone who would, like who would have a very soft facial features, like you would have um for example, you have a fuller face, fuller lips, or big eyes, or like those doe eyes, or something very cutesy kind of thing in you. They would have like very sharp jaw lines or very prominent cheekbones, kind of. And if you are someone who would prefer, colors like pastel colors, they would go for vibrant color. If you are someone who would go for very glittery kind of color, they would go for something very formal colors like black or white or brown or something. Like it's like you guys are very different, like very different in not just in one way, but I'm also seeing it in like multiple ways. Like as I've already told you, like all these things that coming in, all the examples that were coming in. So that is the first thing that I'm seeing. Yeah, like if you would be the kind of person who would, adopt a cat as your pet, they would be the kind of person that would adopt a dog as their pet, or vice versa. If you would be the kind of person who would like birds in your house, they would be the kind of person who would like insects in their house. Like kind of different thing. I'm not saying that they're gonna, pet insect or something. I mean they can, but I don't think people do that. So that is the main thing, and opposite attracts kind of thing. So that is coming in, like you are like very opposite to each other. Like if you are someone who, who's very mysterious, they are someone like they are like an open book, and everyone can just read them. Wow. Gosh, there is this beautiful girl going on. She is like wearing this pink something and then blue, and she has like really long hairs and curly hair, and she's looking so pretty. Oh wow, I love her, girl. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh gosh, looking at her long hairs, I remember I just chopped off my long hairs. Mm. Yeah, yeah. So if you are someone who prefers long hairs and pink dresses or something like that, they would be the kind of person to have very short hair kind of, and something black or something, and very opposite kind of things coming in. Like you are someone who likes going with car rides, you enjoy car rides, they would be the kind of person to enjoy bike rides. Okay, I see that there is some sort of fate linked to this person. There are like some person who are just meant to, come in our life. And I'm not saying that, oh, they are your, like your lifetime partner or something. But like there are few encounters in our life which you just, when you look back at it, you think like, oh, it was meant to happen. For example, if you think about that one teacher or that one person who, gave you like a what do you say that, like a life mantra or like a life goal kind of. Like there was one teacher of mine that I'm getting reminded of, and she was, like I don't think that I have spent a lot of time with her. Like she was, I only studied from her like just for a year. And usually I think every teacher has been like at least 3 years in my life, and she was a teacher that was just for 1 year in my life. But she gave me, like she said it something to me, and that was like very very important, and I have like made that line as my life mantra, which now when I look back I feel like this was definitely one of my, like a mantra thing that was like I see it as a meant to happen kind of thing, which is like like there is this piece of advice. Basically what happened, I feel like some people here want to know what actually happened. So what happened is, I was in a very junior class at that time. I was like in one grade, and yeah, and I've never been before, been on stage before. So when you are little, and so I used to like absent school, and also that my roll number doesn't come and I don't have to go to the stage for like reciting the poem or something. So I used to be like very nervous about it, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna make a mistake and everything. But you know what, it was not like I didn't know how to remember the poem. I was actually quite a, yeah, basically I was not the kind of person who would not remember a poem, but I was the kind of person I would literally remember the poem perfectly, but I would be nervous because I have never been to stage before. So she gave me this life advice that, like, even if some, like, she said this to me, that even if someone tells me right now to go and give a speech or something on stage, I'm gonna do it too, like I'm gonna fumble too, I'm gonna lose it too. But until and unless I don't try it, until unless I don't give a try and I don't do it, how would I know? Like, if this is something which I want to do, or if this is something which actually makes me scared, you know gosh, like, she literally told me a life lesson that until unless you don't try it, you don't know if you are actually scared of the thing to do, or you are like, oh, maybe you are just so good at stage, stage and public speaking and stuff like that. You just, you have never tried it, that's why you just don't know about it. And gosh, I literally felt like breathless kind of for a minute. And yeah, so that became my thing, and I, because of her words, I went for that stage one. And I, what, throughout my school years, throughout my academic years, I mean, I feel nervous a little bit, but I was the kind of person who literally, there was no single class, like there was no single grade that I have not been on stage and I have not said something on stage. And literally, if that little girl, if that little me didn't, gosh, if that little girl didn't show the courage and showed up to school and went to that stage on that day, I think this grown up me, this adult me would have never done that and anything in my life like that. And I think there literally is not even a single grade. I remember from grade 1 to grade 10th or whatever, I have literally not, I'm not saying that, oh, I used to like go and like take part in everything, but at least one thing in a year I have done. Like, at least, if not anything, at least I have went to morning prayers, like anything to do with stage. And I am not at all afraid of stages now. Of course, it makes me nervous right now. Of course, I still get a little bit of jittery and a little bit of fumbleness and all, but that courage has led me towards this person who is like, okay, maybe I'm gonna lose, okay, maybe I'm gonna fumble, yes, I am hell scared, but I'm gonna try it anyway because it's life and it's meant to be experience and not to win all the time. Gosh, that was so big, and I feel so refreshed and everything when I'm talking to you about this. So this is kind of a thing in your life which is, like a, like a meant to happen kind of thing that happened with me. Like, I have never met my that teacher again, and I like love her so much. Like, I mean, she was so sweet, and the way she told me and the way she explained everything to me so gently, I was the kind of person who would like literally cry, but with her support I did it. And I'm like, literally, oh gosh, I'm missing her so much. Shit, man. I just hope she is good and all, but I really, really like her and I miss her, and I hope I will see her and meet her again. Oh gosh, I don't want to cry. Okay, so I'm seeing similar kind of things for you guys. Like, I'm also seeing you guys, having a meant to happen experience with this person. That's why you are, you know. And because I have said that this is gonna be meant to happen kind of experience with them, it doesn't mean that now you have to just go and talk to them or something. It's, if it's meant to be now, it will just happen naturally, it will just unfold naturally, you don't have to do anything with it. Oh gosh, so this is one thing I'm seeing. Oh, I hope my voice was clear. I don't know if there was like air or something, like the wind was blowing or something, but I hope my voice was clear. I'll only know if when I'll edit. Okay, so things might feel a lot unclear in this situation. Like with them, for some, if it's a romantic interest, it might be that you gonna be in a relationship or something, and then eventually it doesn't works out, and you go in a separation, and then things, I don't know how it will go, but like you have some sort of life lesson with this person, or Yeah, it might be like a karmic partner or something. That's why you're very drawn to them. It's because you have to like complete some sort of karma with them or some sort of soul contract with them. You know, like all the relationships or all the exes we have in our life, not all of them are karmic. You know, some of, like, not every person or every life lesson that you encounter, not everything is because you have done something wrong in your past life. Some things happens because your soul wants to learn it a certain way, you know. Like, I am, you know, like there are not everything which is like a karmic contract. Some are also soul contracts. Some lessons you get in your life because your soul wants to learn the lesson, you know, because it is the hard way. But maybe sometimes we just don't learn the easy way, you know. Like, for example, if we are very giving kind of person, unless there is no, you know, energy drainer in our life, we don't know the value of boundaries. We don't know how, when to stop. So sometimes we just learn the hard way. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen in your case, but that is what was coming in my brain. That's why I told you. Now let's move on to the next thing. We also have the chariot here. So whatever happen is gonna, you know, like maybe right now nothing is happening or something, but when it's gonna happen, it's gonna just happen. And you know, like, for example, like nothing is going on, and then suddenly is things start, and when things start, they're gonna, you know, like move on uh, quickly. This happens, that happens, and then boom, finish. You know, so it's kind of that kind of contract where it's like nothing happened, nothing is happening, and then when things starts happening, event starts happening, and then you don't have time for anything else but this situation. But I'm not saying like seeing that one. I just said it. I don't know why. But it's like a busy kind of a thing, and this one happens, event after event, event after event, and then yeah, complete. You did your lesson, you did great job, yeah, done, chapter done, kind of thing. I am definitely seeing that this is not going to be a very easy kind of situation for you guys. Like, there might be very, I'm not seeing that heartbreak, but I am seeing, you know, unclarity, like not knowing, like why, like having a lot of questions about it. You know, I feel like you're gonna feel like a student in this situation. Like, you're gonna feel like why, how, when. You know, you're gonna have all the kind of questions. It feels like, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of person they are, romantic interest or platonic or something, but they're gonna feel like a teacher to you. You know, you're gonna have a lot of questions about them, and they're not gonna tell you the answers right away. Like, they're only gonna tell you the answers when you exactly need it, and not when you ask for it. So it's giving me the type of thing that there is a teacher and a student going on in a journey, and then you know, like, the student asks like why the water is flowing in this direction and not that direction, and the teacher says nothing, and the student is frustrated like why the teacher is not answering. And then they go to something else, and then the teacher shows, you know, the student like why this happens, and you know your your answer to the question. And also, yeah, and then there you ask some another question, then another question, then another question, and then your teacher is just not telling you anything about it. But then at some point they tell you, and then at some point they don't tell you at all. They just make you see something, and you just see it, and you're like, you just get it. You don't even need any explanation for that, and you are like, sometimes I don't know, you sometimes you feel like lost, sometimes you feel like stuck, but finally at the end of the tunnel you find light. And if you are now, right now, at the level 1, imagine, then I see you after coming out of the situation, coming out of this you know, chapter or something of your life. You're gonna feel like you have not only gone to level 1 to level 2, but you have crossed so many of levels, and you are now at least at level 10. Like, I'm seeing the minimum at least level 10. It's not level 1 to level 2, but this whole journey will gonna, you know, take you to level 1 to level 10. And I do see you kind of enjoying it. Like, you're frustrated a little bit, like, oh, why not you telling me the questions, the answers, and why this is taking so much of time or something. But at the end of the day, you are like very curious also, and very, like, maza to aa raha hai kind of, like you are very frustrated, like why it's not happening at a faster speed, or like why you are not getting the answers in the desired time. But at the end of the day, when you look back at it, you feel like, oh, it was perfect. It was like, divinely orchestrated, as we say. Also see that maybe in the beginning you wanted something, like you wanted a particular result, a particular desire out of the situation, but I see that in the end you're gonna think that no, I don't want it. For example, mm, maybe you wanted a validation, for example, and I am not shaming you or anything. I also had the validation problem for a quite long time, so we are besties here, right? And I'm not shaming you at all. So for example, if you wanted validation from a long time, and you wanted, oh, I want my parents to say like, oh, I'm so proud of you, or you want someone else to, say something and validate something, or maybe you wanted to prove yourself to others. You wanted to like, oh, I'm gonna show them, they tell me that I'm poor, I'm gonna show them who's the richest person in this family. You had that thing, the validation thing, right? And now when your journey ends, starting of the journey, you was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it off, I'm gonna be the richest person in the world, and you wanted that kind of validation, right? And now when your journey ends, you don't want it anymore. You feel like, nah, even if everyone in the world is gonna say that I'm poor or something, I don't care. I don't give a fucking finger about it. Like, I fucking don't care about people, what they say about me, or what is it. And yeah, of course, I'm not saying that everyone here is like someone who would want validation or something, or not is it something bad. It happens, but definitely it is an example, so take it as example. So yeah, you wanted validation and all, and now at the end of the tunnel you realize like there is much more things I want in life than just some people's validation. So you're not seeking for this validation at all, and but now you are getting something much more better than that. Maybe you are getting um, tools to create your own abundance. I just heard. Okay, tools to create your own abundance. Maybe you are getting self love, maybe you are getting, the teachings of boundaries, maybe you are getting whatever, but you wanted something smaller, but throughout this journey you are like ditching it at the last, and you are like, nah, I don't want it. Better things for me, and the universe is giving you the better things. This is such a great reading, and I did had so much fun doing it. I am feeling so energized. Pile number one, I am so proud of you, and I know you are someone epic. Epic and legend are the words that is meant for you, and I'm so proud of you already. I know you're gonna do it, and I'm so proud of you. I love you so much, and I'm gonna see you in my next reading. Bye bye, Pile number one, and thank you so much for energizing me. I love it. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Hello, while to welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this reading we are going to look at why are you so attracted to this person, and for the same we have the Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Tower, Temperance, the Hangman, Death, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Wands, and the King of Swords. I feel like there would be some people who are watching both the piles, like for different people. If you're watching for the same people, it will not make sense. But if you're watching for different people, it might make sense. Or maybe the first pile didn't really resonated with you in context with that person, so you're watching second pile and see if that resonates or not. So yeah, no problem with that. You can watch it. Okay, let's see what we have on. And also at the back of the deck we have the King of Swords. Oh. Okay, it might be that it might become the continuation of pile 1. It might be, like, for some of you, not all, of course. There might be some people in the sports industry watching me right now, or there might be people who are wearing jerseys right now who is watching me. I just heard not anymore. Maybe you were in sports before, but now you are not anymore into that. Okay. Also, by number two, I don't like very random information coming in before I start, but one information is coming in that when I was shuffling for your piles, and when I was preparing your spread, I was hearing that, when we do dance steps or we do kathak or any kind of dance steps, we do that 1 2 3 4 5, something like that. Like 1 2 1 2. I don't know how to say it now. I'm just not getting it. But when I was shuffling, I did remember, like how we do in the dance forms. Now I just can't do it. Like, oh god, how do we say that 1 2 1 2 3 or something like that when we do the dance steps? Yeah, that kind of thing I am seeing here. So yeah, that is coming in. I don't know, maybe some of you, I think very creative people have chose this file, because in the beginning I did got the jersey thing very strongly, and then I am getting this kathak and dancing kind of thing very strongly, which was 1 2 3 4, when we say that the dance step thing, when we are basically learning the dance steps. Okay, so I think these all were the confirmations, and now let's get into your reading. Like, why are you so attracted to this person? File number two, I feel like there is a lot of voice around you, like there is a lot of noise around you. You're not very, like you're not at peace with something. Like there is a very little bit of, not little bit of, but a lot of chaos I see going around. Like either you live in a society where like the neighbors are crazy and they are, making a lot of noise. There is basically, I'm hearing a lot of noise pollution around me, and that is kind of like distracting me a lot. So you are advised to, reduce the noise pollution around you, or if it's not the physical noise around you, it might be the, mental noise around you or the emotional noise around you. But I'm hearing and sensing chaos here, which is like a lot of noise and a lot of unwanted noise basically. Color pink could be significant, or someone here is wearing a color pink or blue or white or gray. Okay. Pink, blue, grey, white can be the colors that you guys are wearing right now. As a green also, like a darkish, like a sky kind of a green, like on the darker greenish, blackish kind of green. So these are the confirmation. I feel like a lot of people are like, I wanna choose this file, but I'm not quite sure if this is my file. So if these things are resonating, then this is a confirmation for you. Someone is listening to me and traveling in a red car right now, or you have recently traveled or drived a red car or a red vehicle. Hmm. Okay, I think like Spirit wanted to talk about the confirmation signs and synchronicities first, and then we are going to tap in like why exactly you are so attracted to this person. File number two, there is some sort of truth related to this person that you need to accept. It's like you know the truth deep inside your heart. Like you know what's wrong, what's right, whatever the case is. Truth doesn't always have to be a wrong thing or something, or like truth doesn't necessarily always mean to be a harsh truth. But there is some sort of truth related to this. Okay, there is some sort of truth related to this person that you already know deep down in your soul, but you are just not accepting it. Like there is this feeling of, you know, suppose this person is your friend, like this person is your dearest friend, and you used to meet them every single day, and now this person have shifted abroad maybe, or now this person has shifted to some another city or something, right? But now every time you go outside, because you have this habit of meeting them every day, or because you expect them to, see them every day, because maybe you live in the same neighborhood or something, or maybe in the same city or something, you expect to see them, but deep down you know that you can't see them, right? Because they have shifted to abroad. That kind of energy is coming in, that that you can't do something, but you still expect that thing to, happen. I don't know, but I feel like there is some sort of childhood trauma which is attached to this person, and like I have recently was this reel where there was a father that was going away for work, and there was this little daughter of his who was there, and she was literally crying. And you know what, like she was not just crying, she was like literally crying. Oh wow, there is a eagle right now here. It can be someone's spirit animal or spirit guide here, but oh my god. Okay, but now I would definitely. Oh, okay, so there is something much important right now in your life that you need to focus on. That was the eagle's message, by the way. That was not the tarot's message. That was the eagle's message right now, that there is something much more important in your life that you need to focus on. I don't know what you are focusing on right now. Like, I don't think it's related to the reading, but this is like a reading for, this is a message for someone specific here. That if you were thinking about something, or if you know, like if this message resonate with you, take it. But there is something more important for you to do right now than to, I don't know, what you whatever you were thinking about. Okay, so what I saw in that reel was there was this little girl and she was crying, and you know, she was crying and she was like screaming and everything, and she was like heartbroken because her father was going away for work or something, and she was like, no, you know, like daddy don't go or something. But yeah, I mean, I watched that reading, and I think every one of us would relate that whenever our parents used to go away, we used to be like, I don't know, like our especially if you have, you know, like if you have had a parent that, you know, you spend very less time with. It was every time they went away, it was like huge a huge thing about crying and screaming and just not wanting that to happen. And now as a adult, every time someone comes to our life, because we have, you know, developed some sort of traumas related to it. I don't know if it's abandonment issue, abandonment trauma, or if it is like that thing of, if this person goes, they'll not come again or something, you know, that kind of thing, that where you think like, okay, this time my father will come, I'll play with him and all. But then when he comes, he doesn't have time for you, and then he goes again. Oh gosh, I don't want to cry. And then he, you know, goes back to work again the next day, right? I am like having so much of trouble speaking it. I know a lot of people would not like to uh, know about the child, talk about or hear about childhood traumas at all, because it's like really really painful, and I have so much sympathy for you and for myself, because I am myself having a lot of trouble, you know, talk about childhood traumas and all, because that hurts, bro. That hurts, and that's deep. It's not something that you develop, you know, because out of something, you know, maybe jealousy or envy or something. No, it is your pure innocence. That's why you develop it. Because if you didn't had that innocence, if you didn't, you know, had that thing of, you know, losing someone and crying over it, then why would you cry over it, right? Like if you didn't care, why would you cry, right? But if you did care, you were innocent, that's why, you know, cried and screamed and everything. 444, as I said it, and the universe does wants to remind us that of course this was not our fault to get this, you know, trauma or something. We were just innocent little child, and we just wanted our parents time with us. That's it. Nothing else was not coming out of anger issues. That was not coming out of anything. It was just pure innocence and pure love. Gosh. Okay, so that thing is really coming in right now. Like I was seeing that reel in my vision again and again of that daughter, you know, having the developing that kind of traumas because of her dad leaving. And I am sensing that kind of thing, that maybe you are getting, I don't know, like something related to trauma, childhood trauma basically. And this person leaving and your some sort of childhood trauma getting triggered is a thing. That there is this, you know, like, okay, another thing coming in. Suppose if you have a really tired day, really hectic day, and you are like hell tired, and you are like, no, I just can't even move right now. But still, you are, you know, like telling someone that if you have some work, let me do it. You know, that kind of thing. I'm also seeing it. Like, yeah, there is also this thing. I just can't say no to people. Like I just heard that thing, that I just can't say no to people. especially my loved ones. That's all right, I know, and your loved ones know that you care about them and you will do everything and anything for them in your power to make them happy or something, but it is not your responsibility to make anyone happy or make anyone's life peaceful or something. So definitely I am seeing that there is definitely this emphasis on the childhood trauma that we talked about, and also this thing of, like, there is this, like, your situation is completely different but you are saying about it as completely different thing. For example, as I talked about that thing about uh, like you being completely tired and everything, but you're just telling to, like, give me some work, I'll do anything for you, kind of a thing. Yeah, definitely. It's like you're hell tired and you're still like, oh no, that's all right. I'm gonna do the work. Don't worry about me. Why not? You also deserve love. You also deserve to get rest. Pile number two, and I'm feeling a lot of goosebumps in my body, a lot of electrical signals in my body, and I know, pile number two, that you feel like maybe, yeah, you need to take care of everyone. You need to be the responsible child of the family, and I don't wanna cry, but it's still coming. I don't know, there is such a pressure on you, Kyle number two, and I feel so sorry for you, but uh, there is such a thing of, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to take care of everyone, I need to do that, I need to, I don't know where this reading is going. Like, my intention for today was, why are you so attracted to this person? And I know somehow it is making sense, because it is talking about, because you are attracted to this person because there is, some sort of trauma, some sort of trigger going on with this person, and I don't know, like, so much of heavy energy, pile number two. I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of healing, a lot of peace, a lot of light, and I love you so much. If you have any problem, let me know in the comment section. I am happy to hear about you. I'm happy to help you. I am, at least you got someone to, share your pain with. I know I'm not, physically present there to help you in, I don't know, anyways, but at least I can have a talk with you. I can, you know maybe give you some sort of advices or something. But definitely you'll not feel alone here, like I have, like, of course people do YouTube and everything for monetization and everything, but it is not just a monetization channel, it is a spiritual channel. And here in this community, in the spiritual community, we all help each other. If you go in the comment section, you would rarely find a comment which is a negative in any spiritual channel I'm talking about. And of course, if the content creator is just dumping dumb shits, then we can't do anything about it. But most of the comments are really positive, because people here are evolved, people here wants to help each other, people wants peace, people wants, love and light, and they know what it is, and they know that it is much more than any marks, any validation, any approval, or anything which society thinks is big, but actually it is not. So pile number two, if you have any issues, you can just write it down in the comment section, and I can literally talk to you. Like, if you check the comments also, I don't just reply. I literally talk to people, like, okay, what happened and all, because I know that the people, that the kind of people I'm attracting on my channel, are somehow my soul family, and I would love to interact with them. Like, throughout my life, I have been interacting with people who are narcissists, people who are manipulative, people who are gaslighter, people who would, play victim, people who would be the fucking assholes. But now I am, glad and very happy that now I am finally talking with spiritual beings. I'm finally talking with evolved beings. I'm finally talking with people like you, gorgeous souls like you, who wants to help, who wants to add in the society and not just suck energy and love and everything out of them. You are the kind of people who is a giver, and I would love to have a talk with you. I would love to, have you on my channel. You are such a beautiful person, you don't even know, and you are not even getting credit for that, but I am here clapping for you, and I am just so proud of you, and I am just so happy that you still have that thing to give, because people are snatchers these days. People just want to suck on, and here you are here to just give. But file number two, you deserve to get too. You deserve to get the love too, and don't ever forget that, okay? There is this major theme of, you are finding peace in the chaos, like you are trying to find the gold in where you just can't even, no, not even a single person can hope to find anything there, like you are trying to find God in hell. Oh my god, I just heard you're trying to find God in hell. You're trying to find happiness in with people who just likes to get jealous or envious, or I don't know, like angry or something. You are looking for the right thing, but the right thing that you're looking, okay, you are looking for the right thing, but you are looking in the wrong direction. That is something very strongly coming in. You are looking for the right thing, but you are not looking in the right direction. So the thing that you're looking for is good, like you are not looking for anything malicious. You are looking for the right thing, but the direction that you're looking for is not the right direction. Like, uh, suppose suppose like very simple example coming, suppose you are looking for the greeting cards that you had in your childhood. Nothing's wrong in that, nothing's malicious, nothing's bad intention. So you just want to, look at the greeting cards that you got when you were a kid. Okay, but now you are looking in the room that don't have any of your creative items, or maybe this room doesn't have any of your items, but you are looking at a room. Yeah, you are looking at a room which doesn't have any of your items. You are looking at a room, yeah, why am I saying it again? Okay, you are looking at the room which doesn't have any of your items, but you should look at the room which does have your items. So that is the thing, like the thing that you're looking for is right, but the direction is wrong, so you have to change your direction basically. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, somehow it's making sense that it is, the making sense with the title and the thumbnail. But somehow, I don't know. I think some people, needed to listen to this reading somehow. And maybe if this was titled as your traumas, you would have never opened the reading. But because this is titled as something else and not trauma, that's why you opened it, and now you, wow, needed to listen to it. I just, okay, so I am standing here, and there, and I have my phone in my hand. Okay, so there, like behind me there are a lot of buildings, and I am getting the reflection of the buildings on my phone. But if I see in front of me, there is not that much of buildings. So when I see in front of myself, there is not that much of building, but behind me, which I am not looking at right now, is a lot of buildings. Okay, so in front of me there is no buildings, like there are but very few, and behind me there are a lot of buildings, but I'm not looking at behind me. Okay, but then because I have my phone in my hand, there is this reflection. There is this reflection of the buildings behind me, and I feel like, for in your life I am that, or maybe I, or any spiritual YouTubers, because I have the phone in my hand, that's why, like virtual people, like virtual spiritual people or something, are the phone. In my case, it is phone that is guiding me towards that, like, like I am not, like my head is in front, right? I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but yeah, my head is in front, and I am not seeing a lot of buildings here, and my and behind me there are a lot of building, but I can't see it because my eyes are on the front, and I am seeing the reflection in my phone. And because I have the phone, that's why I'm seeing the reflection in it, and the phone is kind of helping me to see that there are more buildings behind. And because I have seen the reflection, now I can turn my back, right? And if I never had this phone, I would have never turned it. Or maybe I would have, but because I have seen the reflection, I would now turn, and I can look at the view that is very pretty and all. So that is the kind of situation here, that maybe you are first time, clicking on such or spiritual channel or something. It can be true, it can be too. But there is this thing that you would, like the direction thing that we were talking about, you would get to this direction, and you would, somehow, I don't know, I feel like it's you like my guides are like, it's you it's through you. Maybe there would be some sort of videos on my channel that would be helpful for you, but I'm not forcing you to watch or anything, like I'm not like, oh, you have to subscribe, or you have to like, or you have to watch. No, not needed. Like, of course you want to do it, but like I would never ever force you to do that. Okay, while number two, it's up to you definitely. But there is this thing that if someone can somehow become this reflection thing in your life, that would be through spiritual virtual people. It can be through me, it can be through any spiritual virtual channels, or anything on your phone, on your laptop, or anything. Okay, I just heard this is what they needed to hear it importantly. And you yeah, I think this was your pile where I talked about there are much more important things for you to do right now than to do something. I think that was the thing, like to worry about this person or to think about this person. You have much better things to focus on, or something else to focus on. And I think that was the thing, like right now, that was the thing for you to focus on your healing. Yes, because trauma and all, what do we do about that? We don't just sit there with it and be like, okay, lots of trauma, let's keep dig in. Yeah, of course you have to dig in, but you just don't have to go through it, you have to heal it and all. I also just heard of shadow work. So if you want to do shadow work, you can also give it a try. Okay. There might be some sort of music without lyrics, by the way. Like songs, not songs, but musics without lyrics. That would be like really, really helpful for you. And you can, go for like shamanic meditation. I don't think shamanic meditation would be needed, to be honest. Like some sort of happy frequencies, some sort of music that would heal your inner child, music that would, help you deal with anxiety, help you deal with trauma, or something like that. That would be really helpful for you. And for this person, I am not, like I am seeing them to be a little more career oriented and all. I don't think you need to focus on this person, to be honest, right now, as we already talked about it. mm, yeah. You know what, file number two, you can actually, if there is a favorite bird of yours, like for example, if your favorite bird is eagle, you can read about eagle, you can learn about eagle, you can, see their survival strategies. For example, I actually, when I started my spiritual journey, I used to learn a lot about eagles. And one of their best thing that I love about them is na, like when they grow older, their beaks and their I don't know what are these claws na, their feet basically. Okay, so their claws and their beaks and everything starts growing very rapidly. And when it does grows rapidly, of course they can't eat, and you can't, like they become dysfunctional. What do you say it in English? Like they're not functional anymore because they grow very big. So what they do is now they cut their own beaks, they cut their own claws, and they, of course it's a lot of bloodshed and a lot of pain and all, but they do cut their own beaks and they do cut their own claws, and they develop a new beak and a new claw. And yeah, and then they survive and all. So they don't give up because their claws and beaks becomes bigger. And my even my wallpaper is of a eagle now. Eagle is definitely a connection to here. Oh my god, I'm just feeling so good. I feel like you're gonna get through something, and I know what you're gonna get through, but I'm not gonna tell you. It's an exciting journey, by the way. File number two, you are reminding me of my younger self, and I'm so feeling good. Gosh, this is what I needed. Seriously, I'm so grateful, universe. Thank you so much. Wow, and as I'm talking about all these things, there are like a lot of birds which are flying towards me. Like, oh, God, this is so beautiful. File number two, I hope you were here to see it, but I am feeling such a strong energy in me. Ancestors could be significant too because there are crows too. Oh god, I'm feeling so good, positive, and I don't know, like super energized and everything. Pile number two. And I wish you feel that too. And I love you so much. I am sending a lot of love and a lot of light. And I don't know, I just wanna say that I love you and I wanna hug you, pile number two. I don't know. I just, what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like I'm gonna just, like if you are in front of me, and I'll just I'll just pick up on your cheeks and be like, Juby, point number two, you don't have to take a lot of responsibility because you're a little tiny baby of the universe. You don't have to worry about it. And now I'm feeling emotional all of a sudden. I feel like I'm picking up on you. File number two, I love you so much. I don't think I have said this, I love you so much, I love you so much, this many times. I mean, I say it because I mean it on the channel a lot, but I don't think I have said it this much. But I really do. Yeah. Wow. And as we are ending your reading, I saw eagle again. And honestly, I am not living in an area where there would be a lot of eagle or something. Like I live in a town, and there are not really much. You know that a lot of town people would agree with it, that there are not really a lot of birds, a lot of animals or something. What you see in town is just some dogs and cats, and rarely cats even. uh, yeah, I'm talking about stray dogs and cats, and even birds are very few here. But still today, I think almost from a month or something I have been coming here, but like I have not seen eagles in all this time. And this is my, I mean, I see crows here, but I have not seen eagles in this much time, and I have been seeing it today, and it's such a good thing, dude. I mean, I just noticed it. I didn't saw it just one time. I saw it two times. It actually was just for you. By number two, you definitely need to search about eagles. There would be something really that would click to you. Wow, it was such a good reading. I don't want to end it. Some of you, if you want to just have a time for you, now you can just put on, there is aloe vera plant in front of me. You can just put on some face mask, and you can just do nothing when you are applying that face mask. You don't have to put on music, you don't have to do anything. Just put on some face mask and just chill with you. Don't talk to anyone, don't do anything, don't stress about anything, don't think about anything. And if you feel like you will think about everything, and you're gonna overthink about something, then definitely put on some good music without any lyrics, so you don't get delusional, or you don't remember someone or something or anything. But yeah, just chill. Like, there is this thing you have to promise me, like, of course, if you can right now, but if you are in home or something, at least today or maybe tomorrow, or at least in this week or the weekend, you have to promise me one thing, pile number two. If you of course feel connected with me. If you don't, that's all right, you can just click off or something, because your reading is done, okay? So, but if you, pile number two, if you feel like connected with me, you have to do a girl promise with me that this weekend, this week at least, upcoming weekend or whatever, but within this week, okay? No more, like, no, like, oh, I'll do it in the month now. Just in this week, you have to do a self-care thing. And I'm not talking you and asking you for much. Even if you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. You have to just put a face mask and just chill. Like, I am not telling you to go and buy the most expensive one or something, but even the home remedies or anything that works for you, go for it. For some of you, aloe vera would work. So for some of you, anything else would work. Cucumber would work, or anything which is, for whatever you like, whatever your favorite is. You don't have to think about what I like or what I recommend, but whatever you like, whatever your favorite is, you have to just go for it. Make a face mask or something, apply it in your face, and just chill there. At least for 10-15 minutes you can do it, right? And yeah, and those of you don't want to do it, that's all right. But if you feel connected with me, you have to do a promise, and you have to write it like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna ask you within 7 days that if you have put on that face mask or not. If you have made, and if you don't want to do a face mask, then you can do something else. But if you had took at least 10 to 15 minutes of yourself to do something for yourself and not for others, not to think about anything, not to do anything, just you in the moment and just chilling and all, okay? So this is what I had for you, pile number two. This was amazing doing for you, and I love you loads. Okay, okay, I'm loving you again. Pile number two, I don't think I have ever said this much I love yous to even my romantic interest. And that much I have said to you today. I am so grateful that you are on my channel. I'm feeling so good, and I hope you feel good too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye bye.